Hey everybody, welcome back to CALLOUS Draft League Week 4. We are, as always, going over the games associated with the drafts that I covered. This is one of those games. In this case, we're looking at, even though neither of them are playing on their main account, Tonionie, and he is the red team captain. He's on the bottom as the Messiah 1. And then top side, we've got Magatsu Claudia. Not clear who that is. Maybe some like anime character or something, but in Pokemon context, that is Tratufo for the blue team. So Dawn against Tratufo, red against blue. Let's go. Dawn's on the bottom with a Swampert lead, and it is a D-Knight lead on the top, who I guess doesn't have HP Grass or is just afraid of Ice Beam, and out of the way he goes. Gyarados comes in, and of note, Gyarados does not have leftovers here. Are we looking at a Rest Chesto? Are we looking at a Lumberry? Does manage to taunt and stop T-Wave, but I guess we'll never know the item because it gets insta-melted by a surprise HP Electric. So early advantage for Dawn. Eggs is actually now faster than Slaking because it Sunny Dayed and activated its own Chlorophyll, but despite being faster there, it ran away. Kind of surprised, didn't just click Solar Beam there. Would have done big boy damage, but the respect for the Slaking power is real. Got a little mini sun theme going on. Entei briefly benefiting from the enhanced flamethrower there, but Whirlwind is going to get that out of there. And of course, we know the Hariyama must have thick fat rather than guts to take that little, just 26%, from a stab, sun-boosted flamethrower. Well, that matters. There's a hidden power for an insta-kill. CB Dragonite? Yeah, there you go. CB Dragonite here. How about that? So a couple surprise moves have led to KOs. I mean, obviously a critical hit, but CB Dragonite not super common, and then the HP Electric earlier from the Slowbro taking down the Gyarados. Pretty aggressive team with the way Tratufo built it. He's got possibly 2 Dragon Dancers here, and then also the CB-Mon, and then both the Eggs and the Registeel very well may have Boom, so he took this a very aggressive direction. Eggs other than Booming is probably going to have a hard time getting through Blissey here. Wish floating as T-Tar comes in, which we know to be somewhat physical. And that Earthquake is only going to negate the Wish, but Slaking just back up to a hundo. Here's Eggs, and EQ, despite the resistance, is going to kill with the help of a critical hit. Slaking, of course, is going to have to take a turn off. And the punishment is Brick Break, 59%. But now the faster Slaking gets to EQ again, and it's a terrible place to be for Tratufo because he knows that's coming, but he's got no switch. All 3 of the living Pokemon that he had at that moment, they're all weak to Earthquake, so what are you going to do? So he's down to just the Entei and the Registeel against 5 Pokemon from Dawn. Credilli Earthquaking into the Registeel, but 35% meh, and it's only going to do less now that curses are beginning to pile up. That's the first one, but more coming. Curse number 2. Not sure if I see a fantastic answer for this. Maybe if the Credilli has Leech Seed and they could Sub-Seed lock. Alternatively, I mean, just a cross-chop crit from Yama here would just go through all of those curse boosts. But he's going to try to boost up with him with bulk up. He also has Whirlwind, so if he thinks he can live an attack, he can just make the Registeel go away. And there you go. So that will temporarily solve the problem, but if it gets down to last poke Registeel, oh man. Well, that crit matters, especially because we already know from earlier that he's got thick fat. So would definitely survive that and then just click rest if, assuming that he had rest, we didn't actually see, but I think he might not have actually. Only attack cross chop without rest talk? Maybe. But he might have not actually had rest there. Either way, down to only Registeel and Entei against 4 for Dawn. Know what does have rest talk? This Registeel. And Credilli certainly doesn't seem to have Leech Seed here. I think that would have been clicked quite a while ago if he had access to it. Those boosts are adding up. Don here looking for a timely crit just like his opponent got. Feels like he's due for his turn. Another crack at it here. Slaking critical hit would end the game. Earthquake. Still does 39 despite all those boosts. That's how hard the damn thing hits, but needed a critical hit and did not find it. Back to Credilli now. If he doesn't have Leech Seed and he can't find a crit really soon, despite being up 5-2 at one point, it's looking like Dawn is going to actually lose to this Registeel. Barrier. Is he going to try to PP stall it out? Desperate times, desperate measures, I guess. Where's Leech Seed? I mean, hey, the Earthquake coming back from Registeel, 21%, pathetic. So I guess he's going to sit there and fish for crits, but... Oh, there you go. That's probably it then. Gonna try to freeze him now. One turn window and no. Maybe Slowbro also. Yeah, it's got Ice Beam. Maybe that can freeze it. T-Wave. T-Wave can't be right. You can't win that way. You've got to freeze him. I guess you could para him forever, but I like the freeze plan better. Now all he needs is about 10 full powers in a row, and then to beat the Entei. You can do it. He didn't do it. And the win in this one, with some hacks certainly, going to be Tratufo, taking out team captain Don Tonioni for Red. And Red is the last place team going into this round, but they have had a little bit of a resurgence in this round. They're having a good round 4. Will it be enough to catch them back up and really make them a contender? TBD. But this one's going to hurt because I think the Dawn and the Red team are going to view this as a game that was very winnable. And a couple of key turns just didn't go their way, unfortunately. But best of one, so this is the result. Tratufo for blue with the victory over Dawn. If you've been enjoying the format, please do take a moment to hit the like button. And I guess subscribe if you haven't already, but I would assume the overwhelming majority of people who watch my channel are subscribers. Either way, thank you very much for watching. Appreciate it. Lots more to come, and I will see you in the next video.